So I wanted to chat about something people have been saying about these Ninja 300s, and I had heard it even before I got one, but I still decided I wanted to get one. In fact, a friend of mine, when I was looking at motorcycles and was thinking about getting one, I started talking about the Ninja 300, and he's like, don't buy a 300, bro, you're going to outgrow it in like 2 months. And so I had been thinking about the 600 or 650, but I've watched a lot of things, and even some seasoned riders now who have ridden 1200s and 600s and 650s. They're loving the 300 series of bikes, and these things didn't even really exist more than a few years ago. I think 2013 maybe they just started with these. And so I could see that probably if we were talking about the 250s, probably outgrowing that, maybe. But with the 300s, like this Ninja here is fuel injected. That extra bit of horsepower that it gets between the 250 and 300, maybe that's what makes the big change for a lot of these riders. So consequently, I don't really see myself outgrowing this thing. And guys wondering what the hell who I'm talking to. I don't really see myself outgrowing this thing for a long time, if ever. I mean, I love it, and I don't really need all that speed. And the other thing is it's a beginner bike, and that's one of the things that, because it's classified as like a beginner bike, I think people automatically now assume that you've got to go and get a bigger bike now after you get some experience under your belt, a few months, 4 months, 6 months, whatever. But again, I think that goes back to the whole 250 days, and to start out on a 600 or 650, I know some people do, and they do it successfully, and that's great. But I've made some mistakes. I've put the throttle on too hot at stoplights, off the line before. I have dumped the clutch by accident, and this bike is very forgiving on that. If I had a bigger bike, more cc's, I feel like I would have ended up on my ass a few times. And certainly don't want to get hurt, and definitely don't want to wreck my bike, and don't want to be embarrassed at a stoplight if I dump it because it's just too much power and I did something stupid. So this allows me to make mistakes that end up to be learning experiences instead of potentially mistakes that are my final moments. And so that's one of the reasons I love this bike, and don't foresee wanting anything else, because the other side of it is the bigger bikes have so much power, the super sports, that I think in like second or third gear they're probably doing definitely surface street speed, and not much higher than that they're doing freeway speed. And so I don't really want to live my life with my motorcycle really only being able to get out of second gear into third and pretty much leave it there, unless you take it to the track, and who can afford going to the track all the time? So why would I need to have all that extra power? The only thing that I could see is like the other day when those other bigger bikes, I was kind of traveling from light to light with those guys, and they were way beating me off the line. I mean, it was not even close. And that's probably where, like I said in the video, it shows I'm on a 300. That would really be the only reason I could see wanting that, is to get off the line faster. But once you get up to the speed limit speeds, then that's about it, unless you want to get a ticket or go to jail or run the risk of getting in a wreck on a surface street or something like that. So I just really don't see the use for it. I don't really see the need for it. And I even went in intending potentially that this was just going to be a starter bike for me, but I'm liking it way more than I even thought I would. It's everything that I wanted. and more. And this, I'm doing exactly what I wanted. I long time ago wanted to get a sport bike, and the one that looks just like this, and be able to commute to work, and I'm doing that. I'm doing exactly what I want to do. So I don't really know that I have a need to do anything different. I don't know that I need to go up to anything bigger. And who knows, maybe down the road my riding style will change or something like that. Things will change with that, and we'll have to see. We'll check back in 7 months or so. I'll come back and watch this video and see if my views have changed a little bit, and if I want a bigger bike by that point, or if I decide I want a bigger bike, I'll make a new video and say, hey guys. So, you know, right now though, I'm happy with this. And to all those folks who told me and had continued to tell me, oh, you're gonna outgrow it and stuff like that, I don't think so. I think I'm happy right where I'm at for the foreseeable future. So any of you folks out there considering a new bike, definitely take a look at the Ninja 300. I did a lot of research, guys, and all around this thing offered everything I was looking for. It's not necessarily awesome in just one particular area. Like, you know, there's other things that are better, like for ergonomics, and some things are maybe better on the highway, and some things are, you know, the suspension's better, whatever. But all around, this is just basically deals with everything you throw at it all around, because the other bikes that are great in one thing really suck in another thing. This thing doesn't suck anywhere. It's like not bad anywhere. It's just decent at everything. So if you're considering a bike, considering being a new rider, definitely consider the Ninja 300. So that's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, have a good one.